Hello all. So, too windy outside, kind of cold, foggy, drippy, drizzly in the forest, in the parks, all over the place. So we'll just do the video inside. So what I'm going to talk about today is the possibility of fixing a problem that the whole world has. And that problem is lack of work, too many humans, and too little money. Most of the planet is now poor, with just 1 or 2% of the whole planet super rich. Maybe 5% has pretty good wealth, and the rest of it is very low wealth. The big problem here is that humans are going to start fighting over things such as, he has all this, but I don't. I want some of his. That's just the way humans are. It's called survival of the fittest. But instead of going down that road, we could try a whole different road. We could get together, one country, and then another, until the entire planet is together on this, and start building some space living spaces. Huge, gigantic indoor living spaces in space. Let's go over the board and I'll show you what I mean. It's not as crazy as you think. It's actually doable. Let's say this is planet Earth, or any other planet, or any other place. We'll just use it as planet. Any planet, planet X. So, instead of living on the surface of a planet, we could live in a gigantic tube. Now, the way this works is this rotates this way at a speed of which would give gravity to the inside of the tube. And then you build, just as you would anywhere else, houses and parks all the way around the tube. And it just spins endlessly while it floats in a geosynchronous orbit around a planet, or in a spot in space. Maybe it has its own orbit around the sun, right behind the Earth or something. You could put thousands and thousands of these things in space in an orbit that's high enough where they will never come down. And they just sit there and spin and spin and spin. Now, how would this help anything, you're saying? Let's go back over to the mirror. It doesn't have to be this. This is just an example of what you can do. What we can do is we could take any space station. There are thousands of designs. This one just seems like it's the strongest, the easiest to build, and you could make it out of giant printers, on-demand printers. These would be built in space. There's going to be some issues on where to get the oxygen that we breathe, where to get the material to build these things, and do we strip the Earth of its biomass to fill these things up with biomass? Of course not. We would grow biomass and then transport it up there, or we would start by seeds up there and grow it. It costs a lot to bring stuff from Earth up to space, and that's the whole point of this. This is coming whether we want it or not. And since it's coming, why not take advantage of it? Why not do it correctly? Why not do it Earth-friendly? This could get millions, if not billions, of people off the planet and give us endless amounts of room to expand however we choose as humans. The other advantage to this is that nations could build their own nation as big as they wanted. Endless amounts of tube building. Humans could all get together, building these things all around our planet, the moon, the sun, the orbit. There's just so much space that it will take probably billions and billions of years to actually fill up our space. The big issue is, as a whole, as a planet, as humans move out into space, which they will do if we can avoid the nuclear war and the pollution problems and the environmental degradation that's coming. This could solve so many problems. And not only that, it would be impossible for one person to become a dictator of all this. You would be forced into working together, because war in space doesn't make any sense. Once you fire a projectile in space, that projectile just goes until it reaches some orbit, and then it's just called space junk. So imagine fighting each other with all these bullets flying around forever. You would make space uninhabitable and impermeable to spacecraft. You would ruin space. So you have to become friendly with each other. What a concept. The only other issue is where do we get the materials to build these? And that has to be asteroids, maybe from the asteroid belt. Asteroids or comets that are heading into the sun, we divert them and use their material. There's all kinds of places we can get this material. We have some science to get over, but the science is coming fast. Just look up SpaceX, for example, and the incredible ingenuity that we're coming up with nowadays. We should take advantage of this and not fight it. The progressive community needs its own pod. Let's start one, let's build it, and let's move out there. And let's let the orange man do whatever he wants here. So, I know that I'm going to get all this negative comments about such a dumb idea and all that, but it's an idea that could work. If we can get through the wars, the environmental problems, this would take care of the overpopulation problems. And then we have some serious engineering problems of how to get all this stuff from Earth to space. And I suspect we won't be taking a lot of stuff from Earth to space. We'll be taking stuff from space to space. Makes a lot more sense. Well, I thought I'd put out a little short video, and I certainly have appreciated the last comments and the ups and the downs, and we're getting new subscribers again. Don't know what's going on with YouTube. It seems like maybe they're actually doing some fixing. At least I'm being able to see what everybody's commenting on now. So, put your comments out there. I appreciate it, and until next time.